The meme 7 times 7 equals 49 is going viral because women find it attractive. It started when a TikToker posted a video saying, "Proof women don't care about looks," then showed images of random things claiming they were attractive, such as a motorcycle helmet, the fox from Zootopia, a music note, and this mannequin. Someone then commented, "But why is 7 times 7 equals 49 so damn attractive?" Got 160k likes, and now it's become a trend. The 6-7 meme was just done in space 2 times by a member of the Artemis 2 crew. At first, he was being filmed by his crewmate, and he did the 6-7 hand movement to either explain something or he was genuinely doing the meme because I can't find the crewmate's video anywhere. But the second time, he said 6-7 out loud.
The darker wedge is more on the 6-7.
He was describing the darkness on the moon like a clock, with the darkness being at 6 or 7 o'clock. LEGO just changed the age limit to play with Legos from 4 to 99 to 4 to 100 plus because David Attenborough just turned 100 years old. Their post announcing this and wishing him a happy birthday got almost 200k likes, and I was curious as to why the limit was 4 to 99 before, and apparently it's because if they only wrote 4 plus, it would seem like Legos are only intended for a way younger audience. They put the brain of a fly into a computer simulation and it's acting like a real fly. When it tastes something sweet, it reacts and tries to eat by sending signals to extend its mouth, or if it tastes something bitter, it sends signals to stop. This is possible because scientists made a full brain wiring map with neurons from a real fly's brain. What's even crazier is that a similar thing was done with human brain cells in a petri dish, and it learned to play the classic video game Doom. They hooked the brain cells up to a microchip, letting it control the game through electrical signals, but it played like a total beginner. Arby's is going viral because people are attending a fake event called the Arby's Takeover. They're going to Arby's to order the Meat Mountain sandwich while playing the song Married Next Year by Rod Wave. There are even AI flyers for the event getting over 100,000 likes, and people are proposing inside the store. The Meat Mountain first started as a secret menu item back in 2014 when Arby's wanted to showcase all the meat they sold, so they stacked it all up and put it on a poster, which then went viral on social media as the Meat Mountain, consisting of every meat on their menu in one sandwich. The trend also ties in with the "Who's Still Keeping Arby's in Business" meme, which helped it go viral. Embarrassing examples of shrinkflation. This guy got a burger and the pickle was thicker than the actual patty. The newer Smarties on the bottom look like they're fun size now. The cream cheese doesn't fill up the whole box anymore. These M&M cookies had way less M&Ms than usual. The Pringles tube isn't filled up all the way to the top. The size of this breakfast burrito they got from Burger King. The cat Snuggle Bowls are now smaller than they used to be. This tiny thing of chips and cheese at Taco Bell costed $2.69. This lemonade mix went from 10 sticks to 8 sticks in each box. This leave-in conditioner shrunk by 1.5 ounces in less than 3 months. This esports pro and her boyfriend were sentenced to 6 months in prison after he helped her cheat in a tournament. They cheated by having him log into her account remotely, playing the tournament, and her watching his screen through Discord while pretending to control the gameplay. They were charged under Thailand's computer crime laws and damaging the credibility of esports and the country's image. Their sentences were later lowered to 3 months of detention after they admitted to the charges and cooperated with authorities. Throwback to the April Fool's Day that BBC convinced thousands of people that spaghetti trees were real. So back in 1957, BBC ran a joke 3-minute program that showed a Swiss family harvesting spaghetti from a spaghetti tree during their traditional harvest festival and showed how to grow the perfect length of spaghetti. They got about 8 million viewers and thousands of people called in, with many of them asking for advice on growing their own spaghetti trees. In 2014, Flappy Bird was making $50,000 a day, then was taken down by its creator. The game came out in May 2013, but got most of its traction in January 2014 when it became the most downloaded free game on the App Store. Then on February 8th, 2014, the creator tweeted, "I'm sorry Flappy Bird users, 22 hours from now I'll take Flappy Bird down, I cannot take this anymore." He got a lot of backlash for this, but he still removed it from the App Store and claimed that he felt guilty over the game's addictive nature and overusage. This then led to people trying to sell devices with the game installed for thousands of dollars. Michael Jackson shut down a grocery store for a day so he could fulfill his dream of shopping and putting things in a basket like an average person. His friend owned the shopping mall and told Michael's friends and family to walk around the grocery store and pretend they didn't know him so he could have the real experience. He said it was his first shopping experience in 30 years and explained how every time he goes in public, people ask for autographs and photos, but the funny thing is, in the video of this happening, one of his team members can be seen following him around and taking photos of him. During the filming of the first Harry Potter movie, the actor who played Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe, realized he was allergic to the iconic glasses. After about a week of filming, he had a noticeable allergic reaction around his eyes, which was because the glasses were made out of nickel. They then switched the glasses out for ones he could wear, but around 8 to 19% of adults actually have the same allergy. The "I just get so nervy" meme came from this Roblox video from January where he trolls random people in Roblox voice chat by clipping people's audio and playing it back to them while wearing a parrot avatar. He then gets his friends to join and repeat the audio similar to parrots in real life. And after someone said "I just get so nervy" in his video, people thought it was funny, so they made edits and even a song that's gone viral with its own dance to go along with it. Mayonnaise is officially considered an instrument according to a new study by a real university. So the original SpongeBob meme of Patrick asking is mayonnaise an instrument came out in 2001 during the Sweet Victory episode, and Hellman's The Mayonnaise brand got the head of global music technologies at Northumbria University to research the question. They decided it was an instrument because it can produce or modify sound in a controlled and intentional way. Meme pattern recognition test. You have to guess what these simplified memes are, and this one was created in 2021 one, but went way more viral as a reaction photo in recent years. This one's a classic from 2014, and I've explained the origin once before. And this one's also a famous reaction photo that's been used a lot since 2023. Meme pattern recognition test. So I took a popular meme and simplified it down to the shapes on screen, and you have to guess what it is. Now this one's an iconic reaction meme, and I've used the actual meme in a video before. And this one originated in 2019, and you should get it instantly because there's one thing that gives it away. I'll like the comments that get them right. The damn meme was just recreated 31 years later. It originally came from the movie Friday, which released in 1995 with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. Both of them have sons now who recreated their iconic meme together, but they look so similar to their dads I almost couldn't tell the difference. Justin Bieber just showed memes on stage at Coachella. He started his set by scrolling YouTube on a laptop and singing along to his older songs for about 15 minutes, then he pulled up viral videos like him walking into a glass door, then got sidetracked and pulled up the D's Nuts video, followed by the viral Double Rainbow video from 2010. He then said he was getting pulled into the deep dark web, we gotta keep the show going, then the Fa sound effect played as the intro to his actual performance. Leonardo DiCaprio has 3 popular memes, but they just tried to make a new one at the Oscars the other day. So 8 minutes into the opening monologue, Conan O'Brien called Leonardo DiCaprio the king of memes and said, "Let's make a new meme with Leo right now." They then put the camera on him and said, "That feeling when you didn't agree to this." He did it well, but do you think anyone's gonna use this? Chuck Norris just passed away, but he was known for having one of the most iconic memes of all time. The memes started on the internet back in 2005, but were popular jokes since the 1980s and showed how tough he is. They usually went something like, "Chuck Norris can't turn left because he's always right," or "Chuck Norris doesn't dial the wrong number, you answered the wrong phone." People kept this up in honor of him by saying, "He did not die, he unlocked a different map." Chuck Norris is sending us thoughts and prayers. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. The movie Shrek had to be reanimated because Shrek's voice actor originally recorded his lines in a Canadian accent rather than the Scottish one we all know. After seeing a rough cut of the film, Shrek's voice actor Mike Myers thought it'd be way more fitting to use a Scottish accent since it fit the fairy tale vibe more and contrasted Lord Farquaad's English accent. It took an extra 3 months to make the changes, but he did re-record his lines for free. The student got arrested for eating AI artwork to protest against it. His university had an art exhibit with 160 AI-generated images on the wall, and he tore them up, chewed them, and spit them out. A witness said he was tearing them up and just shoving them in as fast as he could, like when you see people in a hot dog eating contest. The police said 57 of the 160 artworks on the wall were reported to be damaged. He was arrested for criminal mischief in the 5th degree, but later released. The most popular memes and trends of 2016 for each month. January started off with Squidward dabbing, Confused Mr. Krabs, the to be continued memes, and Fitnessgram Pacer Test memes. February had Damn Daniel with him getting on the Ellen Show and the Kazoo Kid saying, "Wait a minute, who are you?" March had the Free Shivakadu Vine, If Young Metro Don't Trust You memes, and the It's Wednesday My Dudes Vine. April had the crying Michael Jordan meme, and Slitherio was popular. May had the bottle flipping trend, Dat Boy on the unicycle, and everyone was using the Snapchat dog filter. June had Stop It Get Some Help, John Cena Are You Sure About That, and Sweatshirt by Jacob Sartorius. July had the release of Pokemon Go with the Pokemon Go song, Why Are You Running, and Marina Joyce. August had Harambe, The Arthur Fist, People Try to Do the Longest Yeah Boy Ever, Jesus Christ It's Jason Bourne, Rick Harrison memes, and Filthy Frank memes. September had Why You Always Lying, The Triggered meme, Hey What's Up Guys It's Scarce Here, Pepe the Frog, and the Guy Opening the Door meme. October had the clown sightings, Pen Pineapple Apple Pen, and Twitter announced they would be shutting down Vine the following year. November had the Mannequin Challenge, YouTubers mailing themselves in a box, Evil Kermit, B-movie script memes with Do You Like Jazz, and Robbie Rotten memes. December had the Legend 27, Chalky Milk memes, and Catch Me Outside. The most popular memes and trends of 2020 for each month. January started with Sad Linus, World War III memes, and the Renegade TikTok dance. February had Wide Putin, the Adios meme, Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV, Thing Normally vs Thing Japan meme, and Dramatic Crossroads. March had the Coffin dance, the toilet paper shortage, OK Boomer, Call of Duty Warzone came out, Ryback eating chips, I'm never gonna financially recover from this, Tiger King, The Queen is Immortal, Knuckles approved meme, Bored in the House TikTok sound, people forgetting their mic was muted on Zoom, and the Tuesday slide. April had Yankee with no brim, Nature was healing because of the quarantine, the Josh group chat meme saying Poggers got popular, you can't use the double gulp for the Slurpee, and this happened to my buddy Eric. May had Okay I Pull Up Capybara memes, Are You Winning Son, Doge vs Cheems, the Going to Brazil meme, the Green Line test, Willem Dafoe looking up, main character energy, the Oh No Anyway meme, Big Floppa, and the Michael Jordan and I Took That Personally meme. June had Glizzy memes, Discord mod memes, the Peak of POV videos, and the Always Has Been meme. July had Stickbug memes, Laughing Wolves, Everything is Cake, Juan the Horse, the Cat Dancing, and this troll face. August had the rise of Among Us, Leonardo DiCaprio laughing, the Da Vinci twins posted their viral Da Vinci video, DaBaby memes with the convertible, Bella Porch M to the B, Fall Guys released, and the driving by each other meme. September had the dancing cow, Walter White falling over, Moist Critical Woo Yeah Baby meme, Butter Dog, My Little Pogchamp, Poland memes, and the Chad face. October had the sweaty speedrunner, Hello Is This the Imposter from Among Us meme, Travis Scott's Batman Halloween costume, Popcat, and the fancy Bugs Bunny meme. November had the Mr. Incredible meme, When the Imposter is Sus, the They Don't Know meme, and Charlie D'Amelio reached 100 million followers but had drama because of it. December had Patrick Bateman walking, the Wake Up Omegle prank, the Dogwater meme, Walkie Slush, the Dream speedrun cheating controversy, and Christmas is just a week away. The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound came from a 9-minute lullaby video which was sampled from this rap song called Where You At. This cat meme sound came from a screen recording of someone's messages with their friend trying to sing a song in different speeds. And the cat in the meme is named Ethel, who was first posted in a Cats on Catnip group in January 2019. This meme sound
Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
came from a video of the TikToker named Vexbolts playing Fortnite in 2023.
Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound
Why are you running? Why are you running?
came from a film from 2014 called Pretty Liars 1, and she's running because she owes him money.
You owe me money. You have to give me back my money.
Which money? I owe you which money?
This meme sound came from the song Hello by OMFG in 2014, which originally sampled the sound from a talk box. It went viral after the streamer named Furtana started pranking people by lip-syncing the song on Omegle starting in December 2025. The boy meme
Boy,
came from the Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius movie from 2001.
boy, it's a scorcher out there.
The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound
What the dog doing?
came from a Vine from 2014 called When You Pull Out Mints in Public.
Hey, let me get a minute. Hey, let me get one too. Hey, let me hold on. Yeah, you get that right there. What the dog doing?
This meme sound
You playing on your phone?
No, I'm not playing on my phone. I'm taking care of business.
And-
when they go low, I go lower.
are quotes from politician Eric Mays during city council meetings back in 2022 and 2023.
When they go low, I go lower.
The flow state sound came from a Shane Dawson video where him and Jeffree Star were rearranging different eyeshadow for his makeup release.
The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound originated from a TikTok video of a man heavily snoring. It first went viral in 2021 when it was re-uploaded to YouTube with an Arabic caption. This meme sound
Get on my head. Get on my head.
comes from a viral TikTok video posted by Elisa Yago in late 2024. In the original video, she is visibly flustered and struggling to tie up her hair while rushing. As her hair repeatedly comes loose, she intensely yells the viral meme sound in frustration.
Get on my head. Get on my head.
This meme sound originates from classic Hollywood Foley and early animation sound effect libraries, originally recorded simply to simulate nighttime ambiance in movies. The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound actually did not originate from gaming YouTuber Kwebbelkop. It is a clip of the popular Twitch streamer and content creator Your Rage hysterically laughing on stream during a try not to laugh challenge. This meme sound
Oh my God, my Shayla.
comes from a 2017 video of singer Tyrese Gibson tearfully pleading for his daughter during a highly emotional custody battle. The tearful audio recently resurfaced and went viral on TikTok. This meme sound originated from a chaotic public school board meeting in Michigan, where a father was speaking about the racist bullying his child was enduring in the school system. During his testimony, another woman in the audience to firmly and immediately shut it down by shouting, The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound comes directly from the 2018 animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Composer Daniel Pemberton created it by recording an elephant's trumpet to introduce the villain, the Prowler. This meme sound originates from the popular YouTuber Moist Critical. In the video, Charlie was reacting to the unveiling of a bizarre baby shark toy that poops out glowing slime.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
This meme sound actually a clip of Adolf Hitler shouting in German from the 2004 movie Downfall, where he angrily yells, "That was an order! Steiner's assault was an order!" Creators pair this angry historical audio with footage of cats chirping or arguing back. The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound originated from the 1951 Warner Brothers Western film Distant Drums. It was recorded for a scene where a soldier is bitten and dragged underwater by an alligator while wading through the Florida Everglades. This meme sound remains unconfirmed and is considered partially lost media. While the phrase simply translates from Japanese to "please stop," the specific high-pitched audio clip used in millions times of internet memes. This meme sound
He needs some milk.
comes directly from a classic viral internet video. The original audio features a woman in the background urgently shouting the phrase after witnessing a person wildly flailing on the concrete.
Oh, somebody! Oh, he needs some milk.
The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound originates from the 2011 sci-fi anime series Steins Gate. It is the signature cutesy catchphrase and greeting of the character Mayuri Shina, who makes the nonsensical noise whenever she enters a room or tries to cheer up her friends. This meme sound is an instrumental track composed by Akira Yamaoka for the 2003 survival horror video game Silent Hill 3. It gained widespread popularity on platforms like TikTok and YouTube as a background audio for creepy or unsettling memes. This meme sound originated from the 1990 Konami arcade game Parodius, From Myth to Laughter. It became a widespread meme after being heavily used in popular anime series like Fairy Tail. The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound is a distorted, high-pitched version of the classical song Toccata and Fugue in D minor by Johann Sebastian Bach. And the lobster in the image comes from a real cotton candy lobster caught by a Maine fisherman in November 2021. This meme sound showcases a brown Labrador retriever with its eyes shut, enjoying the warm sunlight. The audio comes from the R&B song Say You Love Me One More Time by DJ Rogers, released in 1976. This meme sound comes from the video game Red Dead Redemption 2. It is a short, dramatic sting of a guitar. The game plays this sound to tell you that you did a bad action, like stealing or hurting someone. The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound started in mid-November 2025 on Instagram and TikTok. It features a still image of a confused-looking chicken or bird perched high on a bare tree, paired with a distorted, high-pitched, human-like scream. It is not a real noise made by a chicken. This meme sound
Oh my god! What is that?
originated from an Instagram live stream hosted by rapper Cardi B. During a casual live broadcast with her fans, Cardi B looked off-camera, or at her screen, and reacted with genuine, dramatic panic to something she saw in the video.
Oh my god! What is that?
This meme sound
What the dog doing?
comes from a 2014 comedy video on the Vine app. In the video, a group of friends reaches into a mint tin at the same time a dog does.
That right there. What the dog doing?
The origins of popular memes. The guy disappearing meme came from a Vine from 2015 by Niles E. Niles, where he was arguing with someone, then that guy called in his friends as backup, so he got scared and disappeared. The Crossroads meme came from a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Dramatic Crossroads, which is shown in an episode of the show back in 2005. The Stonks meme is a combination of 3 different photos from 2017. The background is a stock photo titled Business Chart. The guy is a stock photo of a man that's been online since 2008, and the face is the meme man face, which was first created on 4chan's 3D computer graphics board. The origins of popular memes. The hamster staring meme came from a 2019 TikTok video where the user lip-synced an audio that asked why a baby was staring at him, which was from the comedy series called The Real Bros of Simi Valley. The J. Cole Calm Down meme came from a 2011 GQ photo shoot, which was focused on the jacket he was wearing, and it was also on the cover of the GQ magazine. This side-eye meme came from a Japanese TV show that stopped airing in 1988. It was first used in a meme in 2016 on Facebook, where they photoshopped a character looking to the side and posted it with a caption in Spanish saying, "When you're looking at the person you like and they notice." During the filming of The Mandalorian in 2019, the producers ran out of Stormtrooper costumes, so they reached out to a local fan group to join the filming using their own homemade Stormtrooper costumes. The group is called the 501st Legion, and they're known for creating some of the most accurate Star Wars costumes, even though they're not affiliated with Lucasfilm. They frequently go to charity events in costumes, so when the Mandalorian production team invited them, they told them it was some kind of event, only for them to be surprised they were actually being invited onto the show. The origins of meme sounds. The alert meme sound came from the video game Metal Gear Solid from 1998 and happens when an enemy spots you and puts you into alert mode. This meme sound came from this video by TikToker Sonny Loves Music, who covers many trending songs on his melodica, and this song was the beginning of Let Me Know by Tamar Braxton, released in 2015. This meme sound
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
came from a Katy Perry interview from 2014 where she was talking about songs she wrote during a sad time in her life. The origins of popular cat memes. The Elgato meme was first posted in 2013 and sometimes referred to as Ramirez in Spanish memes. It then went viral on TikTok in 2022 alongside an audio from the anime called Demon Slayer where the girl in the show was crying and said arigato. It sounded like she said El Gato, which means cat in Spanish, so someone put the audio over a video of them making the cat out of paper. The Thinking Cat meme came from a group of photos taken by artist Douglas Sacha in 2019. He sells them as posters online and he posted multiple other photos of the same cat. Maxwell the Spinning Cat is a cat named Jess who was first posted on Imgur in November 2017 where she was sitting on a piece of paper that said, "Please do not bend." She went viral in November 2022 after a 3D model was made of her and imported into the game Gary's Mod, where people made videos of her spinning with different songs in the background. The Harlem Shake trend was created by this famous artist back in January 2013. His name is Joji and he used to upload on his YouTube channel called Filthy Frank where he played a character called Pink Guy and he was known for a lot of different memes. He thought the Harlem Shake song uploaded by Bauer in May 2012 had a special quality to it, so he got his friends to put on some costumes and dance on the beat drop of the song, which then went viral overnight, and he doesn't understand why people got so hooked on it. Fake websites called dopamine websites are going viral in Korea so people can shop online without actually buying anything. The websites are filled with listings of non-existent products and fake reviews, and people even check out and get a notification that something was delivered even though they didn't actually buy anything. The main point is so people can get the enjoyment of shopping without actually wasting their money. If you watched Power Rangers when you were younger, then your childhood was a lie. The crazy fight scenes in full suits in the American show weren't actually the Power Rangers. Those scenes were taken straight from a Japanese show called Super Sentai that was already filmed. All they did for the American show is record some American teens to piece together the storyline and record dubs over the scenes where they had their full suits on. Another thing we know is that the Pink Ranger had a skirt on, but the yellow one didn't. This is because the Yellow Ranger in Super Sentai was actually a male, while the pink one was a female. The origins of popular memes. The blinking guy meme is from a gaming podcast in 2013 where his friend said something that made him do a double take.
So I've been doing some farming with my hoe here. I can kind of till
what kind of
These hamster drawing memes came from this girl on Instagram who's done them since December 2023, which were based on this staring hamster meme from 2019. The Eminem throwing something meme is from the photos from his single Not Afraid from 2010. In the song, he says to take his hand, which is why his hand is out like that. Facts that will mess with your perception of time. George Washington passed away in 1799, and the first dinosaur fossil was discovered in 1824, so he never knew dinosaurs existed. Cleopatra lived closer to the modern age of computers than to the building of the pyramids of Egypt. Harvard University didn't offer calculus classes for the first few years after the school was established because calculus didn't exist yet. The last battle involving samurai was in 1877. It only took 66 years to land on the moon after the Wright brothers made their first successful flight. The Eiffel Tower was inaugurated in 1889, which was the same year Van Gogh's Starry Night was painted. The Roman Colosseum was unveiled around the same time that the Gospel of Luke was written in the Bible. The Sunyon meme originally came from this image of actor Anthony Mackie. It was first used in 2021 as a meme when a Facebook user said, "Bruh, Anthony Mackie always looks like he knows something about you." Someone then edited the image and also put the caption "son" with crying emojis back in September 2025 in the game recommendation subreddit. It was reposted online until February 2026 when someone edited his face into an onion on TikTok with the caption "Sunyon" with crying emojis. People then saw how viral the Sunyon meme was, so they started making different variants like sunglasses and sombrero. And the reason it says "sun" is because it's a shortened form of the "son I'm crying" phrase people have been saying since 2013 when they find something funny. 3 4th of July facts. There are animal shelters that have programs that let you comfort the animals on the 4th of July because of the noisy fireworks. The idea for the office store Staples was created after the founder went to a random store for printer ribbon, but they were closed because of the 4th of July. The air quality typically decreases by an average of 42% on the 4th of July because of all the fireworks. A restaurant in Thailand has been cooking and serving from the same soup for 52 years. It's called perpetual stew and was actually common in the Middle Ages. It's a pot of stew that's on a constant boil, rarely emptied, constantly filled up with new ingredients, and apparently reduces waste and is more energy efficient. In 2019, a 400-year-old Japanese bonsai tree was stolen, so the owner publicly gave out instructions to care for it to make sure it survives, as she said she treats the trees like they're her own children. There was another situation where 2 bonsai trees that were 70 years old were stolen from a bonsai museum, and they asked that the thieves take daily care of the plants to keep them from perishing, and the thieves came back 2 days later to anonymously return them in good condition, and they were put back on display the next day. Before the first Shrek movie was released, DreamWorks animators who failed their work on other films were punished by being sent to work on Shrek, which they called being Shrek. At the time, DreamWorks was working on the movie Prince of Egypt, so it took a lot of resources, and Shrek was considered their lower priority project. Towards the end of production, they did put more resources into Shrek by redoing the animation and voices, but the funny thing is, I've never heard of Prince of Egypt till now. The original Backrooms image was first posted in 2003 on a hobby store's website showing a room being redone so they could build an RC car racetrack. This is another image showing the same room from a different angle before they completely removed everything. The image was then posted on 4chan in March 2011 with the caption, "This is the most horrifying image I've ever seen. Are there any movies like this, or is truth stranger than fiction?" It then floated around on the internet for a while till it was posted on 4chan again in 2019 with the famous caption talking about no clipping out of reality into the Backrooms. This made it popular for years, which then led to the YouTube series The Backrooms Found Footage being posted in 2022 by YouTuber Kane Pixels, who is the director for the actual Backrooms movie. The Cheesy Michael meme came from a series of videos from TikToker Niche Tony placing random items on his roommate's door who he calls Cheesy Michael. He does it in hopes that the items will fall as a prank, and he repeatedly says Cheesy Michael while someone sings the song Cheesy Michael Open the Door, which is based on the song Sinking Town, which was released in 2002 and later used in the animation trend during 2025. The Dabbit Gah meme came from a video of a guy eating Kool-Aid pineapples. There's currently a trend where people are buying $20 jars of pineapples that were soaked in Kool-Aid mix so the pineapples become infused with flavor. He took a bite of the pineapple and said Dabbit Gah as a way to say that is gas, which is slang basically saying that is good, and people thought the phrase was funny, so now they're recreating it. The Dubis Guganu meme is from a German song and the phrase translates to "you are good enough." It was released in May this year by the group Kitschkrieg, and the guy in the meme was actually a feature on the song, and he's part of the duo called Blumengarten. A clip of the song was posted on TikTok on June 2nd, and someone commented a photo of Cleveland Jr. since their singing voices sound similar, and after that, many edits were made with Cleveland Jr. singing the viral song. The "Excuse Me Sir" meme comes from the comic version of the show The Boys, which recently had its finale. Photos of the comic were animated then made into an edit with the song Charlie's Inferno, which has the the iconic line. The original edit was posted on TikTok by this user on May 5th and now has 6 million views, which is then spammed in comment sections, and now it's being edited randomly into videos that say "excuse me sir," even though they have nothing to do with the boys. The Fairs meme features an image of Wallace with a mask, which is a combination of these two images from May 3rd this year by this TikTok user. The character Wallace is from a British TV show, and the phrase "Fairs" has been used in British slang for a very long time to basically mean fair enough. The meme is now going mainstream where people are recreating the Wallace image themselves, and others are sharing embarrassing stories or screenshots and simply saying "Fairs" at the end. Fans of Team Japan have recently went viral for cleaning up the stadium after their team played during the World Cup. Apparently this is a tradition from 1998 when Japan first qualified for the World Cup, and there's a phrase in Japanese that translates to "a bird leaves nothing behind," showing that they want to return things to the way they found it, and it demonstrates the part of their culture that they like to clean up after themselves and recycle. Friendslop is the term that got popular in early 2025 that describes the genre of multiplayer video games that rely on the user having friends to play with to get the most enjoyment out of the game. They usually have proximity chat, and many of them don't offer online matchmaking, so you need to have a group of friends that all own the game, which usually costs money in order to play. The most popular ones are Mecha Chameleon, Repo, and Peak, and a lot of these games got popular very quickly because groups of streamers will play together and post viral funny moments because of proximity chat. When Halo 3 released in 2007, it made $170 million in the first day, which broke records for video game sales, and film executives blamed it for a 27% decrease in ticket sales for that week. GTA 5 then broke the same records in 2013 by making $800 million on its first day, so GTA 6 will most likely break even more, considering experts are already predicting the US economy will lose over $1 billion in productivity from everyone calling in sick to work to play the game. The Quabblecop laugh meme isn't actually from a video of Quabblecop. It came from a clip of Twitch streamer YourAge laughing on stream while reacting to a clip of Twitch streamer Los Pollos back in 2025. The audio of his laugh then went viral, and since it sounded so similar to Quabblecop's iconic laugh, people said it sounded edited into the original clip. This then led to Quabblecop and YourAge doing a collab stream, and they even posted a try not to laugh challenge together. LARP originally meant live action role playing ever since the 1970s, where people basically dress up as different characters and pretend to be their character in a fictional setting. Starting around late 2025, the word was used to describe someone who pretends to be something they really aren't in a performative way on social media. And now people are embracing LARPing by becoming something called LARPtubers, where they roleplay as an older version of their favorite YouTuber like LARPiplier, who started LARPing as Markiplier back in May. LEGO used to make solid gold LEGO bricks worth $18,000 to reward some of its employees who worked there for over 20 years back in the 1980s. Less than 10 are known to exist, and only employees who worked in the German LEGO factory were known to receive them, and the last one given was in 1986, which was sold at auction for $18,000 earlier this year, and another one was sold back in 2017 for almost $20,000. The bricks are all 2x4 and are the same size as a regular brick, so it seems they can be used with normal plastic ones. The Ninja Low Taper Fade meme came from a Twitch stream in January 2024 where streamer Eric Doa was freestyling, and he said, "Imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade." Apparently he said it because he had been freestyling for over 30 minutes and thought he was talking about too many things that upset him in life, so he said it to make the mood better. In the following days, someone edited this famous image, which is a combination of these two photos, and Ninja did actually get a low taper fade in real life, and the meme is genuinely still massive. The new viral game Mecha Chameleon was created by only 2 people and just reached 10 million copies sold 16 days after release. The 2 developers made it in only 2 months, apparently after getting inspiration from hide and seek mechanics in Fortnite. People are calling the game Friendslop, and they say it won't last very long, but it's already ranked number 7 on Steam's daily active users, above games like Apex Legends, and its all-time peak is higher than Repo. There's a new meme dancing trend where they combine 2 viral memes into one. The most popular one is the Dab67, which has over 33 million views right now. Another one is the Boy and Dab meme, but the earliest video of this trend I could find was posted on June 30th by this TikTok user, which is only at 6 million views. Some comments love the trend and say this would have gotten you a mention in 2015, but then someone said, can you combine job and application? The singer who sang the original Pokemon theme song, Jason Page, barely knew anything about Pokemon at the time and didn't expect it to get popular. It was actually only a small part of his career, as he's worked with people like Michael Jackson, Aerosmith, Billy Joel, and does around 100 recording sessions a year on various projects. Apparently his life didn't change at all as a result of the song getting famous, and he doesn't receive any royalties from it since he got paid up front. Pope Leo just did the 6'7" meme. So a priest who's also a TikToker named Don Roberto Fisker asked the Pope to do the 6'7" meme at the meet and greet the other day, and he actually did it, but he did look confused at first. People commented on his video and said this is so sad, but it reminded me of that trend recently where people go to a country they don't speak the language of and do the 6'7" hand movements to random people, and they actually do it back, which is kinda wholesome. So is 6'7" uniting the world? In 1836, a random sewer worker accidentally found an old drain that led directly into the Bank of England's gold vault. He knew this was a risk, so he wrote multiple letters to the bank, which they ignored, so he asked to meet them inside the vault at an hour of their choosing. And on the day they chose, he popped through the floor and greeted them. After the bank counted their gold and saw it was all there, they gave him £800 to reward his honesty, which will be equivalent to over $150,000 today. A Technoblade quote was just read at a college's graduation ceremony. This TikToker was valedictorian, and in her TikTok post, she said she got a letter in the mail asking for her favorite quote for a newspaper article, and they read it off for her. She had no idea this would happen, and the quote was from the beginning of Technoblade's Hypixel Skyblock Experience video from 2019, where he said, "No matter how ridiculous the odds may seem, within us resides the power to overcome these challenges and achieve something beautiful. That one day we'll look back at where it started and be amazed by how far we've come." A random man found an original copy of the Declaration of Independence behind the frame of an old painting he bought for $4 at a flea market. He bought it because he liked the frame, and when he was investigating a in the painting, he noticed what was behind it. His friend convinced him to get a professional to check if it was real, and it was, so he auctioned it off and made $2.4 million. The original PlayStation wasn't actually meant to be released. It was supposed to be a console that would play Nintendo games on CDs, but Nintendo didn't go through with the deal, so Sony released the PlayStation on their own. Sony was obviously successful with this release, but it's kinda ironic that they first started by making game discs to now announcing that they'll stop making physical games starting in 2028.
You're an art model? Does that mean you're Yeah, whoa, those lucky artists. Buddy, I don't know who started the idea that life drawing classes have anything going on. Like, there's at least 10 people in the room and we're all tired and covered in charcoal. The dude in front who's staring at my boobs has been trying to get the shading right for 10 minutes. He's almost out of paint. He's crying. You ever see a fully safe for work artist draw a weirdly detailed armpit and you just know they just flew too close to the sun? Trying to draw good feet, but not so good that people think I'm into it. Who was the fool who was tasked with naming the galaxy and the only adjective they could think of was milky? No, you don't understand. Astronomers are the ever at naming things. I kid you not. When it came time to name the 2 theoretical particle types that might be dark matter, they intentionally chose the names so that the acronyms would spell wimps and machos. I you not. They're terrible at naming anything. I see your astrophysicists are at names, and Ray's you marine biologists are maniacs. See this beautiful creature? It's a carnivorous deep-sea sponge that lives off of Easter Island and never sees the light of day, as it's about 9,000 feet down. Those delicate-looking orbs are covered in millions of tiny hooked spines, which latch onto anything unfortunate enough to bump into it, and hold it in place as it's digested alive by the sponge's skin. Amazing, beautiful, and profoundly creepy. They could have given it so many cool names, could have drawn on mythology. I think Scylla would have been an appropriate.
If you're outside in cold weather and you're freezing, but all of a sudden you feel really warm with no explanation, do not remove your clothes. You're about to die and your body is spending its very last energy on heating you up. Seek shelter and warmth immediately. If you get bitten and poisoned, do not suck it. This will only make it worse. If you drown to the point that you feel like you need to throw up water even though you made it out, go to the ER. Your lungs will slowly fill up with fluid over time until you finally drown. If you disturb a bee or wasp nest, do not go into water. They will wait for you and sting you when you come up for air. If you're choking and you're alone, you can throw yourself onto the edge of furniture like a chair, couch, or table. A blow like that onto your midriff is similar to a Heimlich maneuver and can dislodge whatever is stuck. If someone seems drunk with no alcohol, tell them to smile. If it's drooping, they're having a stroke. If you see square waves, avoid the water. They cause dangerous rip current. If you see money falling from buildings, do not pick it up. Get out of there immediately. It's a way terrorists gather more people into a collected area. If you smell cinnamon in your drink, do not drink it. It's a cover up for poison. If you're in the woods with nothing to eat, the yellow dandelions are fully edible. If you're in a falling elevator, lay flat on your back and cover your face. If you see a white fuzzy spot on your banana, do not eat it. It's a spider infestation. If the air starts to smell like chlorine during a storm, it means lightning might hit the area you're standing in very soon. If you or someone else is eating a fruit and they complain about it tasting fuzzy or hairy, it might mean that they're allergic to it. If you need heat or a light, a crayon will burn for 14 minutes. If you find something in your house is on fire and you don't have a fire blanket or fire extinguisher, get everyone out immediately. Fire spreads extremely fast. The origins of meme sounds. This meme sound came from a 9-minute lullaby video which was sampled from this rap song called Where You At? This cat meme sound came from a screen recording of someone's messages with their friend trying to sing a song in different speeds. And the cat in the meme is named Ethel, who was first posted in a Cats on Catnip group in January 2019. This meme sound
Let him cook now! Let him cook! I said let him cook!
Came from a video of the TikToker named Vexwolds playing Fortnite in 2023.
Let him cook now! Let him cook! I said let him cook!
It's illegal to answer the question, do you know why I pulled you over? With the answer, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you in New Jersey and you will get a fine of $300. In Australia, it's illegal to name any animal you plan to eat. It's against the law to dress Barbie in Ken's clothes in Indiana. In England, it's an act of treason to place a postage stamp bearing the Queen upside down. Prison guards are forbidden from referring to their spouses as the old ball and chain in Alabama. In Massachusetts, it's illegal to go to bed without taking a bath first. However, another law prohibits bathing on Sunday. It's illegal for a man to relieve himself while standing up after 10 p.m. in Switzerland. In Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, women were banned from using hotel swimming pools in 1979. It's a crime to forget your own wife's birthday in Samoa. In London, England, it's illegal for a city cab to carry rabid dogs or corpses. It's illegal to threaten somebody with an unloaded gun in Texas. In England, it's illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament. The most popular memes and trends of 2025 for each month. January started off with I've played these games before, the TikTok ban for 14 hours, I bought a property in Egypt, and a friggin' packet CEO made a comeback. In February, the Duolingo bird passed away, cave divers explored tiny places, X said what's a father, and ICLTSPMO. March had Italian brain rot, the start of the wilted rose emoji, Ashton Hall's morning routine, and millennial burger restaurants. In April, the Minecraft movie came out alongside the chicken jockey, the 100 men and 1 gorilla trend, the lion does not concern himself meme, and Katy Perry went to space. May had Hood Mr. Beast, the new Pope, the blue shirt guy dance, and commenting photos on TikTok. June had Glass Fruit ASMR, Bigfoot AI vlogs, the 6'7 resurgence, job application jump scares, you are the youngest person ever and it's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. July had Nothing Beats a Jet 2 holiday, the CEO cheating at a concert, Indonesian boat racing, performative male contest, the Gen Z stare, and Labubus. August had the Trampoline AI Buddies video and the Taylor Swift engagement. September had the But You Can't Prove It meme and W speed edits. In October, the Louvre got robbed, the Running Out of Time rabbit, so the origins of meme sounds. This meme sound came from a 9-minute lullaby video which was sampled from this rap song called Where You At? This cat meme sound came from a screen recording of someone's messages with their friend trying to sing a song in different speeds. And the cat in the meme is named Ethel, who was first posted in a Cats on Catnip group in January 2019. This meme sound
Let him cook now! Let him cook! I said let him cook!
came from a video of the TikToker named Vexwolds playing Fortnite in 2023.
Let him cook now! Let him cook! I said let him cook!
Tony Stark. Peter, you're a 16-year-old with enough strength to bench press a small bus and the reflexes of a video game champion on 5 cans of Red Bull. But superhero work is still incredibly dangerous and you're not ready for the deep end yet. So here's a custom-designed bulletproof armor suit embedded with advanced AI, hundreds of gadgets, and automated support systems. It will analyze your surroundings, monitor your visuals, and step in if you're about to make a terrible decision. Oh, and I'll be limiting your patrols to neighborhood-level threats for now. Bike thieves, purse snatchers, that kind of thing, until you're older and more experienced. Bruce Wayne. Tim, you're 8. You once did a triple backflip off the monkey bars. That's basically ninja training. I've got a costume for you in your size. It's mostly spandex. You'll be joining me tonight to track down a serial killer who's been leaving cryptic messages in blood across Gotham. Here's a bow staff. You'll do fine. It's honestly hard to believe Rasputin was real. There's not a single normal part of his existence. Did he actually do anything problematic, or was he just Russia's greatest love machine? Rasputin was a fanatical Russian monk who rarely shaved, smelled like goats, and arrived in the capital looking like a haunted scarecrow. People assumed he was a prophet because of his cult following convinced he could cure illnesses. The Russian queen brought him into the palace believing he could heal her son's hemophilia. They allegedly became lovers. His influence grew and revolutionaries decided he had too much power. The worst assassins in history tried to kill him. They poisoned him, he didn't. They shot him, he didn't. They stabbed him, he didn't. They threw him in a river, he washed up on the ice. In the end, hypothermia got him. Later, they exhumed his body and burned it, but it wasn't prepped properly. His tendons shrank and his corpse sat up on the pyre. A soldier fired in terror. Rasputin wasn't a man. He was an ancient entity. Alien, you're telling me that in times of great distress, humans have been known to suddenly gain the strength necessary to lift objects more than a dozen times their own weight? Human, yeah, it's called hysterical strength, and it usually happens in life or situations, like when someone gets stuck under a car or something, and someone lifts the car to get them out. We can't really test it though, because it only happens spontaneously. Alien, humans have the ability to tap into untold strength and power, and you don't even know how you do it? Pretty much, yeah. We think it has something to do with temporary analgesia, so we don't feel pain we should when we pick up a 3,000-pound car. Your pain response just shuts off? Yeah, it's like an adrenaline thing. Do you not have that? You and your entire species of tiny juggernauts. Did this post just use a dialogue format to trick me into learning science? Rewatching the first Kung Fu Panda movie after knowing what happens in 2 and 3 adds a whole new dimension to the way Oogway interacts with Po, especially when they first meet in the Dragon Warrior selection scene. Oogway points at Po, smiles, and says, "How interesting." Upon watching this without 2 and 3, you think this wasn't his intention, but the universe had other ideas. He doesn't believe in accidents, so the guy who just fell out of the sky directly in front of his pointer finger must be the true Dragon Warrior. Oogway finds this interesting because the selection wasn't conventional, it just sorta happened. After watching 2 and 3, his line gets so many new layers stacked on top of it. Now you're like, oh my gosh, it's a panda. They taught him how to harness chi. They taught him so much about Kung Fu and the bounds of the universe. In this world, pandas are naturally connected to chi, kinda like how Jedi are more force sensitive than normal people in Star Wars. Everyone thought they were wiped out after Lord Shen attacked the panda village a couple decades ago. Po is the only panda anyone has ever seen, and Oogway most likely never even knew Po was in the village down below, since he stays up in the Jade Palace. He's gone several decades without even seeing a panda, and for those last couple decades thought they were completely wiped out. And then, boom, right when he's choosing the Dragon Warrior, here lands a panda, right in front of his finger. How interesting. You're an art model? Does that mean you're Yeah, whoa, those lucky artists. Buddy, I don't know who started the idea that life drawing classes have anything going on. Like, there's at least 10 people in the room and we're all tired and covered in charcoal. The dude in front who's staring at my boobs has been trying to get the shading right for 10 minutes. He's almost out of paint. He's crying. You ever see a fully safe for work artist draw a weirdly detailed armpit and you just know they just flew too close to the sun? Trying to draw good feet, but not so good that people think I'm into it. Animals with misleading names. Electric eel, not an eel. Mountain goat, not a goat. Maned wolf, not a wolf. King cobra, not a cobra. Also, snakes are typically self-governing. Peacock mantis shrimp, not a peacock, not a mantis. Also, not a shrimp. Horny toad, not a toad. Only thinks of you as a friend. Mayfly, active through the spring and summer. Eastern kingbird, found in the west. Many birds do not recognize its authority. If Cthulhu can be summoned by humans who are so far beneath it, why can't humans be summoned by ants? The answer is they should be. Well, if a bunch of ants formed a circle in my house, I'd certainly notice, try to figure out where they all come from, and possibly wreak destruction there. That's why knowing and correctly pronouncing the true name is so important to the ritual. Imagine how impossible it would be to not go take a look if the circle of ants started chanting your name. And they're like, you can't leave because we do a line made of tiny crystals. Now you have to do us a favor. And you're like, well, let's just see where this goes. Yep, you got me. What's the favor? And usually the favor's like, this one ant for us, or give me a pile of sugar. And you're like, okay, and you do, because why not? It isn't hard for you, and boy, is this gonna be a story to tell. These ants chanting your name and wanting a spoonful of sugar or whatever. And sometimes you get asked for things you really can't do. One of them, she's like, writing military characters? Here's a tip. Stop giving them cool, edgy nicknames. Real military nicknames are either low-key roasts or embarrassing inside jokes. My nickname was Firehose, because one time I got absolutely plastered and peed myself at a base party. I'm not even embarrassed because every single person I served with had a nickname just as humiliating. No one gets called Shadowblade or Ghost Hawk in real life. It's more like Lunchbox because you dropped yours on your general's foot, or Pickle because you said something weird once during a briefing. Mine was Rat. I was shorter than most, not much to look at, and kind of skittery. It stuck. I know someone in the Air Force whose last name is Wolf, and her official call sign is BEO, stands for Big-Eyed Owl. She thought she was gonna get something cool. Nope, everyone just made fun of how wide her eyes get during turbulence. Every time she lands, someone hoots at her. It's legendary. Nicknames are savage, but earned. Dear teenage boy at skate park, you're probably about 15 years old, so I don't expect you to be very mature or for you to want a little girl on your skate ramp for that matter. What you don't know is that my daughter has been wanting to skateboard for months. I actually had to convince her that skateboarding wasn't just for boys. So when we walked up to the skate park and saw it was full of teenage boys who were smoking and swearing, she immediately wanted to turn around and go home. I secretly wanted to go too, because I didn't want to have to put on my mom voice and exchange words with you. I also didn't want my daughter to feel like she had to be scared of anyone or that she wasn't entitled to the skate park just as much as you were. So when she said, "Mom, it's full of older boys," I calmly said, "So what? I don't own the skate park." She proceeded to go down the ramp in spite of you and your friends flying past her and grinding rails beside her. She only had 2 or 3 runs in before you approached her and said, "Hey, excuse me." I immediately prepared to deliver my "she's allowed to use this park just as much as you guys" speech when I heard you say, "Your feet are wrong. Can I help you?" You proceeded to spend almost an hour with my daughter showing her how to balance and steer, and she listened. Today I learned about Triboulet, a legendary court jester who insulted the Queen of France so badly that he was sentenced to death. However, the king, amused by his antics, allowed him to choose how he would die. Triboulet, without missing a beat, replied that he wished to die of old age. The king found this so funny that instead of executing him, he simply banished him from the kingdom. Comedy really peaked in the Middle Ages, huh? Objectively, a far superior era to exist in. Triboulet once approached the king with a complaint. "Triboulet, a noble has threatened to hang me." The king, "Don't worry, if he hangs you, I'll have him beheaded 15 minutes later." Triboulet, "Well, could you maybe behead him 15 minutes before?" Another time, Triboulet got a little too bold and slapped the king on the rear. Furious, the king threatened to execute him, but then relented. He'd spare him if he could come up with an even better insult. Without hesitation, Triboulet bowed and said, "I deeply apologize, your majesty. I didn't recognize you. I mistook you for the queen." Truly history's finest comedian. Which one of you is gonna tell me that tea tastes different if you put it in hot water? You were putting it in cold water? Radish, answer the question, Radish. Yeah? I thought for like 5 years people just put it in hot water to speed up the teification process. Didn't realize there was an actual reason. Do you think I have the patience to boil water? What the You don't have the patience to microwave water for 3 minutes? Why are you putting it in the microwave to boil it? Do you think I have the patience to boil water on the stove? It takes less than a minute. Bessie, is your stovetop powered by the sun? How long does it take you to boil a cup of water on the stove? Like 7 minutes? Just stick the mug on top of the stove on medium heat and it boils in like 2 minutes. Less than that if you use a saucepan. Crying, you're putting the whole mug on the stove on medium heat. Your stove is enchanted. Every single person in this post is a lunatic. Do none of you own a cattle? Your superpower is that you're average at everything you do. No, imagine how amazing this would be. You're average, but the key here is at everything you try and do. Try and get the cure to cancer? Well, ain't a finger snap and done cure, but it's a cure. Doctors worldwide are astounded. Try and learn how to communicate with an alien race. Well, you're not fluent, but it's passing, and humanity hasn't even invented deep space flight. You just managed to get their signal and have a chat. Want to fly? Well, you're a bit wobbly, but it's working. Being average at everything is amazing, because if we assume everything you try works, then everything is at least working a bit. Jack of all trades, master of none, better than a master of one. Pro tip for writing military characters: do not give them some badass nickname, ever. Every single military nickname is either an insult or a permanent reminder of an embarrassing incident. Nobody gets called Shadow or Viper unless it's ironic. For example, my nickname was Firehose because I got ridiculously drunk one night and pissed myself in front of everyone. No mystery, no cool backstory, just lifelong humiliation. And I'm not even ashamed because literally everyone I knew with a call sign had an equally stupid or shameful reason behind it. Mine was Rat because I was short even by military standards, and apparently ugly. They really don't hold back. The rule of military nicknames: if it sounds cool, the story behind it is humiliating. If it sounds stupid, it's even worse. Hey, pro tip for writing military characters: do not give them some bad nickname, ever. Every single military nickname is either an insult or a permanent reminder of an embarrassing incident. Nobody gets called Shadow or Viper unless it's ironic. For example, my nickname was Firehose because I got ridiculously drunk one night and pissed myself in front of everyone. No mystery, no cool backstory, just lifelong humiliation. And I'm not even ashamed because literally everyone I knew with a call sign had an equally stupid or shameful reason behind it. Mine was Rat because I was short, even by military standards, and apparently ugly. They really don't hold back. The rule of military nicknames: if it sounds cool, the story behind it is humiliating. If it sounds stupid, it's even worse. Our squad had a guy called Thor, and everyone thought it was because he was strong. Nope, he got struck by lightning once because he tried to take a selfie in a storm, but cool nickname.
When I accidentally use personality A with friend group B. Spray blood from your eyes at any interesting predators lately? What? How was the party? Horrible. You lie down, and it's like, and that's just how it is. You lie on your side, and it's just, what kind of eyes do y'all have?
My new theory: sea and sky, earth and life. They are gods. You are the player. Wake up.
My girlfriend started drunk screaming outside the clubs, "Shout out to short men, you are seen." And a random short dude replied, yeah, give me your number then. And my friend replied, I said you are seen, not desired. I felt so bad for laughing.
People who leave their phones set to military time are f***ing war criminals. How do you look at 1605 and go, wow, I can understand that? Fucking bootlickers. What's next? You gonna go join the army? Recruit me? Americans be like, okay, I can't count past 12 actually. Americans calling the normal way of measuring time military time is always so cute to me. Like they're gonna start calling kilometers army miles next or something? This is the only person I've ever seen that made fun of 24-hour time. I prefer AM/PM because I'm used to it, but I don't really mind the few seconds I need to convert from 24-hour to AM/PM. I'm just thankful nobody uses decimal time. My dad gave me a golden gay time. I've never been happier. I didn't realize how this might sound to non-Australians. I'm really sorry. Golden gay time! It's hard to have a gay time on your own. I feel like you Australians are just messing with us now. I'll never understand why we don't call countries the names they actually call themselves. Like, I know this is a weeaboo sounding example, but let's start with Japan. They call themselves Nippon or Nihon depending on, I guess, the speaker's accent or their level of formality while speaking. I don't know. But we still called them Zipangu for like a few hundred years, and now we call them Japan. All because Marco Polo asked someone in China about that island over there, and they said, oh, that's Zipangu. And Marco Polo was like, oh, Zipangu, cool. And then he went back to Italy and said, y'all, there's this dope-ass island called Zipangu. And people back in Italy were like, an island called Giappone? Dope. And this pattern of people mishearing people kept repeating until we got to Japan. And we still call them Japan even though we know better. Because you, Marco Polo asked the wrong person 500 years ago and misheard them, and we're sticking to that, I guess. That was literally just the world's worst game of telephone.
You lie down, and it's like, and that's just how it is. You lie on your side, and it's just, what kind of eyes do y'all have?
A kid is playing a video game in his room when his mom walks in and says, "Honey, come meet my new boyfriend." Without taking his eyes off the screen, the kid says, "I'm right in the middle of this game. Tell him to come in here." A minute later, her boyfriend walks in and says, "Hey, champ, how you doing?" The kid ignores him. "Don't like champ, huh? That's fine. How about Blue Dragon 72? The kid bolts upright, turns, and says, "Blue Dragon 72? I haven't used that name since I played Call of Duty when I was 10. And the boyfriend says, "That's right, dude. I told you I was gonna get with your mom."
A police officer pulled over a driver and informed him that because he was wearing a seatbelt, he had just won $1,000 in a safety competition. "What are you going to do with the prize money?" the officer asked. The man responded, "I guess I'll go to driving school and get my license." At that moment, his wife, who was seated next to him, chimed in, "Officer, don't listen to him. He's a smartass when he's drunk." This woke up the guy in the back seat, who, when he saw the cop, blurted out, "I knew we wouldn't get far in this stolen car." At that moment, there was a knock from the trunk and a voice asked, "Are we over the border yet?"
Honestly, if teleporters ever got invented during my lifetime, I would be the most annoying analog boomer about it. My grandkids would be like, "Ugh, Grandma, why don't you just take a teleporter trip to come visit us? We all do it all the time and it's obviously safe." And I would be like, "Absolutely not! It kills you and reconstitutes a copy with your exact memories. You are consciously my grandchildren, and I do not hold it against you, but I know in my heart that you are nothing but copies of copies of copies born out of irresponsible technology use. I am not touching that devil's elevator as long as I live. I will take an airplane and you will wait for the several hours it takes for me to come visit you." I get bloody noses a lot, and I can usually feel it about 30 seconds before it starts dripping. Today in class, my nose started to bleed. But right before, I turned to this very religious boy who sits next to me and whispered, "Hail Satan," as my nose started to drip. He freaked and fell back and hit his head. He had to go home for the rest of the day. One of the funniest failures of US school system is the fact they are legally obligated to teach us all the states, but they never actually show how big Alaska is. Like, I have actually had teachers tell me that Texas is the biggest state. We have all just convinced ourselves that Alaska is that small, shrunken down thing on most US maps. And the people that know it's the largest state can almost never accurately describe how large it is. For context, here is a picture. What? My mom arguing that I'll be a doctor, my dad arguing that I'll be a scientist. 8-year-old me who's already decided to be a Pokemon trainer.
I hate when parents hit you with, "I know you better than you know yourself." Oh really? Fascinating. Name 3 of my top 10 existential fears. Go on. I'll wait. But I raised you. Yeah, and the only version of me that you actually know is the carefully curated, easy to digest edition I constructed so you wouldn't ask too many questions. Because it became clear very early on that you couldn't handle the real answers. They taught me how to assess risks, and after years of practice, I've concluded that one of the biggest risks is actually talking to them. So I simply sit in silence, pretending to be a feature of the furniture until I can retreat to my room and unleash my true form. Parents definitely don't know their kids better than they know themselves, but they do sometimes notice things their kids don't realize, which unfortunately gives them just enough confidence to believe they're mind-reading experts when in reality they're about 40% correct at best. Pinky, ring, middle, thumbs, left index, right index, how to type correctly. What about the magic finger?
My 5-year-old niece saw the blue deer on my shirt and was like, "Oh, it's a boy deer." I took the opportunity to be like, "Or it can be a girl deer. Girls like blue too, Olivia." She stared at me and was like, "I said it's a boy because it has antlers. Take my degree away now."
When I grow up, I want to be like mommy. Here's the reply the teacher received the following day. Dear Mrs. Jones, I wish to clarify that I am not now, nor have I ever been, an exotic dancer. I work at Home Depot, and I told my daughter how hectic it was last week before the blizzard hit. I told her we sold out every single shovel we had, and then I found one more in the back room, and that several people were fighting over who would get it. Her picture doesn't show me dancing around a pole. It's supposed to depict me selling the last snow shovel we had at Home Depot. From now on, I will remember to check her homework more. An old lady told her doctor, "I fart constantly, but it's odorless and silent. I've done it 20 times since arriving." The doctor chuckled, handed her some pills, and said, "Take these and return next week." The lady took her medication for the week and then returned. "Doctor, whatever you gave me didn't work. My farts are still silent and now they smell horrible." The doctor grinned. "Perfect. Now that we've cleared your sinuses, let's work on your hearing." Guys like girls who, actually when I was younger, my mom gave me this book and it teaches young girls to love themselves before before they worry about what guys think of them. It really helped 12-year-old me. The end of the book says, "Guys like girls who like themselves." The title is meant to catch the attention of self-loathing teenage girls because they're the ones who need to read it the most. So you all literally just judged a book by its cover. Go stand in the corner and think about what you did.
Don't ever let a recipe tell you how many chocolate chips to put in. You measure that shit with your heart. One time I had a dream that I was making peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, and most of them were the regular measurements in cups and stuff, but at the end of the recipe, instead of saying 2.5 cups of chocolate chips, it said 627 chocolate chips. So when I woke up, I made some peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, and instead of measuring out chocolate chips, I counted them, and suffered a lot of odd looks from my family for it. Well, it turns out that 627 chocolate chips is the amount that the recipe called for 2.5 cups. Not only that, but 627 was the exact amount of chocolate chips that we had left in the house. Forbidden knowledge was granted you that night. The woman I'm planning to marry showed me this pebble that looks like a guitar pick and with an entirely straight face said, "It's for rock music."
Marry her faster.
No! I wanted an Umbreon, not some girly pink thing. I didn't raise you to be like that. It's even sadder when you consider that Eevee evolves to Sylveon with love and Umbreon with friendship. So this Eevee really loved its trainer when it evolved, only to be greeted with this. Are you trying to kill me?
Imagine an alien sharing a cool human fact they just learned, like, "Hey, did you know that the silvery markings on humans actually aren't true stripes? They're called stretch marks. They happen when the human is growing fast enough to actually outgrow their skin," which is apparently something that, like, actually happens to almost all humans at some point in their life. And another one is like, wait, you're saying humans don't have stripes? Actually, they do, but the stripes are invisible. There's genetic code that given the stripes their type, it's just the same color as the rest of the skin. So the visible stripes are not real stripes, and the real stripes are invisible. I swear, if you tell me one more weird human thing today, I'm beating your alien ass. The human in the room looking up and goes, "Wait, I have stripes?" New trick unlocked. Hi! Hi! Why would you send it as a picture? So that you can't read it from notifications. And ignore me.
Guys, I forgot Mike Wazowski only had one eye. I was so used to seeing the first picture. How I look at the flight attendant during snack time so they know I'm awake and would like a cookie. I showed it to my flight attendant when he gave me my cookies, and he laughed so hard he took my phone to show it to the other flight attendant.
The origins of popular cat memes. The side-eye cat is a stray cat named Mr. Fresh who went viral on the Chinese live streaming app Hello Street Cat, where viewers can dispense food to the cats. His name is Mr. Fresh because even if there's food in the tray, he'll side-eye the camera till fresh food is given by the viewers. The cat smiling next to Waffles is named Jazz and was actually sitting in front of pancakes making a confused face back in 2015. Someone then put the photo on r/Photoshop battles where one user replaced the pancakes with waffles, then the original poster photoshopped a smile on the cat and said he really likes waffles with only 5 upvotes. The happy cat meme is actually kinda sad. It came from Twitter in 2015 when this user posted the video of the kitten jumping up and down behind a window saying, "My favorite pet shop is closing today, I want to take them home with me." And there were no further updates. In 2019, this man that looks like Santa Claus robbed a bank 2 days before Christmas and yelled out "Merry Christmas" while throwing the money in the air for people passing by. He then sat down at a Starbucks and waited to be arrested, and the people who scooped up the money brought it back inside the bank. The article I found also said that he is not believed to have had any little helpers. Embarrassing examples of shrinkflation. The Airheads have all this extra space in the packaging now. The old versus new Swiss cake roll is next to a banana. The Pringles can this guy did his art project on 10 years ago next to a new one. The top slice of cheese in this packaging is wider than the rest. This birthday cake from the store is now smaller than this guy's hand. The difference between these 2 slices of Texas toast from one bought 3 weeks ago and one from today. The larger bottle of shampoo has 1 less ounce than the old one. Throwback to 2016 when this guy got a random text inviting him to Thanksgiving by someone claiming to be his grandma. He was confused, so he said, "Grandma, can I have a picture?" "Of who?" "You, lol." "Yes, here, I'm at work." "You're not my grandma." "Can I still get a plate though?" "Of course you can, that's what grandmas do, feed everyone." Her actual grandson changed his number, so that's why that happened. He then showed up with a pumpkin pie, and this is them on their first Thanksgiving in 2016. They've spent 10 Thanksgivings together now, and this was them this year. Back in 2021, Netflix announced they were making a movie about their story called The Thanksgiving Text, but it isn't out yet. The Titan submersible just had a crazy update after almost 2 years. The Coast Guard just released a video from the moment the submersible imploded taken by the team above them on the control ship. The sound of the implosion was clear enough that one of the people in the video asked, "What was that bang?" The Coast Guard determined the timing of the bang happened at the same time the submersible lost contact. The woman in the video was actually the CEO's wife. Smart inventions you didn't know existed. This cleaner automatically sanitizes the handrail when it goes through it. This car only lets you listen to music if you have your seatbelt on. This gum comes with paper so you can spit it out when you're done. This store has a tip jar specifically made to accept credit cards. This regular door has a smaller door for kids. These gloves have a built-in nose scratcher. This shopping cart has a map of the grocery store on it so you don't get lost. This is a cologne vending machine in the bathroom in case you forgot to wear some. This parking garage has names for each floor so it's easier to remember. This restaurant pre-packages burgers ordered out so they don't get soggy. This shop gives old vegetables for free so you can feed your pets. The origins of meme sounds. The fa sound was recorded by a YouTuber named Talions in 2024. The unedited version was first uploaded by Premium Ty on TikTok, which is him scrolling through videos Talions recorded. This meme sound came from a video by SLV Sounds, who sings and reacts to things around him. In the video, he noticed the sole of the guy's shoe was falling off, so he sang about it and put a $10 bill inside. This meme sound
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
came from a clip on the news where the man was being interviewed because he heard thieves in his house and explained what he was thinking. During the filming of The Mandalorian in 2019, the producers ran out of Stormtrooper costumes, so they reached out to a local fan group to join the filming using their own homemade Stormtrooper costumes. The group is called the 501st Legion, and they're known for creating some of the most accurate Star Wars costumes even though they're not affiliated with Lucasfilm. They frequently go to charity events in costume, so when the Mandalorian production team invited them, they told them it was some kind of event, only for them to be surprised they were actually being invited onto the show. North Korea used to have its own time zone. North Korea is the world's only country ruled by a dead man. North Korean school children need to provide their own chairs, desks, pay for their own heating, and plow the fields for the government. Some parents like to keep their kids at home, but they need to bribe the teachers for that too. There are only 28 approved haircuts in North Korea. On average, North Koreans are 2 inches shorter than South Koreans. Drug use is fairly common and unregulated. Marijuana plants are everywhere, and smugglers sneak them to neighboring countries like China for foreign profit. Bicycles in North Korea have license plates. Aside from that, it's almost next to impossible if you plan to buy a car in the country. Only the rich and powerful can have them. People in North Korea can't name their kids after the supreme leader. If they had the name before, they must change it. There are a lot of infiltration tunnels between North and South Korea. We currently know of 4 of them in the DMZ between the two countries. Having 6 fingers is actually a dominant trait, but the genes for it are so incredibly rare that pretty much no one has it. If you knock out your tooth and put it back in the socket, it will grow roots back and save the tooth. Cheetahs can't actually roar, but instead meow like regular house cats. If you clench your butthole when you're about to cry, it prevents you from crying. Otters carry a favorite stone in their pocket. Saddam Hussein was given the key to the city of Detroit in 1980. Saudi Arabia imports sand. Koreans produce odorless sweat. Komodo dragons can reproduce asexually. If you have $10 in your pocket and no debt, then you have more wealth than 25% of Americans. Pluto hasn't even gone halfway around the sun since its discovery. You can't choke an owl. There was no grass in dinosaur times. At its furthest away point, you can fit every planet in our solar system between Earth and the moon. The 4 largest US cities by area are in Alaska. The origins of popular memes. The guy reading meme is NBA player Jimmy Butler in 2018. He was reacting to the score sheet when one of his teammates scored 30 points in the first quarter and he was wearing a suit because he was on medical leave. The staring cat meme is a cat named Zazu with over 300k followers on Instagram. It was first posted in June 2023 with the caption, "How your broke homie looks at you when the wings come out." These are the photos that led up to the moment. The confused lady meme is from an episode of a Brazilian soap opera which aired in 2004. The actress in the meme is 78 years old now. Rickrolling was first invented in 2007 after someone on the website 4chan created a filter that automatically changed the word egg to duck as a joke. This made the word egg roll automatically change to the word duck roll, and someone thought that was funny, so they posted this photo of a duck with wheels that said duck roll. It then became a trend to make posts on the website with an interesting title that simply brought you to the image of the duck, which meant you got duck roll. Then in March 2007, the first trailer for GTA 4 was released by Rockstar Games, but the website crashed, so people went on to 4chan to find it. A random user then decided to link his YouTube video titled Rickrolled and told people it was the GTA trailer. The trend caught on and completely replaced duck rolling, and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade even had Rick Astley perform the following year. Undercover cops don't actually have to tell you they're cops when you ask. They don't have to admit the truth at all. In jail, you aren't actually entitled to a phone call. This myth comes from movies. Einstein didn't actually get bad grades in school. It was a mistake by a translator who didn't realize the grading score differed between Germany and Switzerland. The mother bird won't actually leave her babies if you touch them or the nest, but you still shouldn't disturb wildlife. Bulls don't actually get mad at the color red. They charge at the cape the matador is using because of the movement of the cape. George Washington didn't have wooden teeth. He did in fact have a lot of dental problems, but his dentures were made out of ivory ivory, gold, lead, and other human teeth. Dogs don't actually see in black and white. They still don't see all the colors we do, but they are able to distinguish between them. It doesn't take your body 7 years to digest gum. Your body can safely pass it within a few days. You don't actually swallow 8 spiders per year. This was a social experiment to see how fast word gets around the internet. North Korean media tells its people that apparently Kim Jong-il has scored a perfect 300 the first time he went bowling and sank 11 hole-in-ones the first time he played golf. Kim Jong-un and other elites have a pleasure squad to entertain them. In 1978, North Korean agents kidnapped South Korean film director and his wife, who is an actress, to create a film industry in North Korea. They escaped after 8 years and making dozens of films. Unmarried women in North Korea must have short hair, while married women have many more options. Young men must have their hair under 2 inches, while older men can go above 2 3/4. North Korea has their own calendar. North Korean electricity shuts down at night and only works for a few hours per day for the homes that have access to it. Mineral reserves in North Korea are estimated to be worth $6 billion, with there being mines for copper, nickel, zinc, iron, and gold. If Kim Jong-un died, he would become North Korea's eternal leader, almost like a god. North Korea doesn't oblige its people to pay taxes. In 1836, a random sewer worker accidentally found an old drain that led directly into the Bank of England's gold vault. He knew this was a risk, so he wrote multiple letters to the bank, which they ignored, so he asked to meet them inside the vault at an hour of their choosing. And on the day they chose, he popped through the floor and greeted them. After the bank counted their gold and saw it was all there, they gave him 800 pounds to reward his honesty, which will be equivalent to over $150,000 today. In 2015, this guy bought the Google website for just $12. He was up late one night browsing Google Domains, which was Google's website buying service, where he noticed Google.com was available. He was confused, so he tried to buy it, and the transaction went through. A minute later, Google Domains canceled the sale and refunded his $12, but he confirmed that he did have access to the webmaster controls for that minute, so he could have done whatever he wanted. He got a reward for finding and reporting the bug, which was $6,006.13, which actually spells out Google numerically. He then decided to donate the reward money to charity, and when Google found out, they matched his gift, which brought the donation to over $12,000. The origins of popular memes. The sweaty speedrunner meme came from an Among Us video in October 2020 called Among Us, but you're stuck with the worst task. He basically made his own meme showing how difficult the swipe card task was by failing for almost 4 minutes. The Elmo Fire meme came from a cake decorating website called Cakerex in 2012, and it was from a kid's first birthday cake. Then in 2014, a Tumblr user put the Elmo photo in front of animated flames and made it a GIF. The surprise Pikachu meme is from a Pokemon episode released in 1997, and Pikachu was making that face because he watched Bulbasaur go crazy and defeat Butterfree. He made that face for 5 seconds, and this is the entire photo.
You ever know when a random skill will come in handy? In middle school, I had a crush on a boy who loved Sonic, so I taught myself how to draw Sonic and his friends just to impress him. 16 years later, I'm a cardiology tech trying to take a kid's blood pressure, but he's terrified and his numbers are way too high. I notice his mom has Sonic playing on her phone, so while the Dynamap is running, I say, "Hey, look at this," and quickly sketch Sonic on the exam table paper. He gets so focused on my doodle that he doesn't even notice I finished taking his blood pressure, now with perfect numbers. Then it's time for an EKG. He's fidgeting again, so I make a deal. Sit still and I'll draw tails for you. Perfect EKG. Now seeing a cardiologist won't feel as scary for at least a couple of kids, all because my middle school self wanted a boy to sit next to me.